Hello everybody, this is Tigitar here, and welcome back to another episode of Summoner Only. We're here after what's actually been quite a long break for me from this world. I've been off it for quite a long time, but as I did promise last time, I have been grinding away at some things that we weren't able to finish last episode. So we're still missing a few accessories for our Ankh Shield. And we were also looking for defender medals from Old One's army. So I did a bunch more grinding there, and I also did some looting, well, I guess enemy fighting, over in the dungeon for that Nazar that we were missing. And I also managed to pick ourselves up a trifold map. And what I actually ended up going with, instead of the bats underground, the giant bats, I actually spent some time over at our hallowed desert and managed to find a map from one of the light mummies. I had forgotten that those guys actually dropped the trifold maps, and they're not too uncommon by any means, like almost 2% chance. And I think we do have a light mummy banner somewhere, but I don't know. So anyway, here is some of the stuff that I was able to come up with. As you can see, I spent a lot of time over in the dungeon and got quite a few different items from there. Eventually, though, did manage to find a Nazar, so that was awesome. Unfortunately, I did also find at least one gravestone. I don't actually remember now how many times I died, but our death count, I tried to keep it up, and it's up to 30 now, so yeah, that wasn't ideal. There's even more loot in our safe here that I found from Old One's army, because I think I had to kill it probably 6 or 7 more times, maybe not quite that many, 5 or 6 more times. Also managed to find an extra sextant. Unfortunately, I have still not received from the angler a weather radio. I believe that's the last thing we're missing for our cell phone. So that's pretty much what I've been doing between episodes here. Let's grab this trifold map and let's go. I have if I didn't do it earlier, I also moved a few items from our old storage to this new loot room, whatever you want to call this thing. And so there's a few things like things that were taking up a lot of space, like enemy banners. I've moved those into here, and a couple other small things, although not really too much. There's like some potions here that we actually pretty much can't do anything with, but we do have our accessories in here waiting to be combined. So let's grab the Ankh Shield ones. Yeah, here are the rest of the cell phone accessories, but we're still missing that weather radio. Let's see with these if we can go ahead and make ourselves the Ankh charm, though. We can get the plan now that we got the map. We can make our counter course mantra, and here we go. We got the Ankh charm. Nice. Okay, there we go. And wow, it's a lucky one too. That's pretty sweet. I guess we do have a menacing Obsidian Shield. I wonder if it would be worth... let's see if we have any more Cobalt Shields in stock here. If not, then I'll just use the one that we have. It doesn't look like we do, because as I remember, I pretty much didn't unlock any of the gold chests from the dungeon, because we couldn't really use any of them other than like one Obsidian Shield, I guess. Let's go ahead and make ourselves the Ankh Shield, see what kind of enchantment we get. It's arcane, and I just realized I have pickup text turned off again. So definitely not ideal, and unfortunately it's also pretty expensive to reforge this, but on the other hand, I probably won't really be using it all that much for important boss battles, so it might not even need to be reforged. For now, at least. So that's awesome. We got our Ankh Shield done. Our cell phone is close. And speaking of that, let's go ahead and check on the angler. I expect that I have already done the quest for this day, but I'm not sure. Yes, I have. So we'll do 1 or 2 more of those as the episode continues today, provided I can remember about that. But first thing, I think since I've got caught up on what happened between episodes, yeah, it's just kind of crazy how much stuff I got from the dungeon. It was there's a lot of enemies dropping a lot of stuff. But yeah, for the first thing, now that we're actually getting into the episode, I think we better head over to the jungle and loot the lizard temple and try to clear out the golem. That is our next major boss objective. And oh, I forgot to also show off the defender medals. We're up to 414. So that should be plenty in order to buy ourselves an entire set of tier 3 armor from the Tavern Keep, if I'm not mistaken. And we could also use it for a Defender's Forge if we wanted to as well. So should have plenty of those stocked up on now. And since I was just fighting Old One's army, the last thing that I did on this character, we actually have pretty much all of our accessories ready to go and many of the potions that we need too. So there's probably just one or two more that I'll try to find that I don't have on us already. And then we're probably going to be about ready to go take on the Lizard Temple. So let's just let me just get organized real quick, and then that's I think what we're gonna do. All right, I think I got just about all of our potions together. I am noticing though we're definitely gonna need to do a little fishing soon. We only have one variegated lardfish left over, and we're pretty low on ebon koi as well, but I am pretty sure that with what we have here, although maybe I'll switch out our fish here. Do we have seafood dinners? Yes. We also actually have an extra summoning potion in here. So I think with this set of potions here, this should be pretty good, I would guess. I can't think of anything else. Oh, actually, wait, life force potions. I do not have any. I did not make any life force potions. Do we actually? Okay, we do have prismites. Hopefully, we won't die to Golem and end up wasting a bunch of potion rounds trying to take him down. And I think we're pretty much just about ready. We got our safe is emptied out, good for storage. Our void bag is also completely clean now. We got our potions. I'm trying to think if I'm forgetting anything that we need. Let's be sure and bewitch ourselves. And I guess if I'm forgetting anything, I'll find out pretty soon. That's for sure. Dang, it looks like our herb farm that we set up at like the beginning of the series has finally grown a few plants. It's been very slow growing, but there are a few blooming now, so we may as well take some of these, I suppose. Let's do a quick little harvest on our way in. Pick up some Shiverthorn, Moonglow, and wow, it just became daytime too. I harvested the Moonglow just in time. We even get the Daybloom harvest. Of course, that doesn't help our inventory situation going in here. I guess what we could do real quick, since we have all of our potions favorited, it will not be hard at all just to drop all that stuff off, and since we were right at the pylon, we won't lose any time at all. Alright, let's, oh, you know what? I know what I forgot. We don't have no key. Oh, man. Okay. That's another easy fix, though. I believe that should be right in here. There we go, our temple key. Wow, I guess we only defeated one Plantera. We only have one key. Well, fortunately, one is all we need. Here we go. Unlock the door, baby. Let's get ourselves in here. Let's, I'm trying to think of what potions it's worth drinking now. Probably, oh, this jungle creeper's not gonna help. Let's go ahead and drink ourselves a regen, an iron skin, and maybe a flask of Acre too, since it lasts so long. That was a pretty nice voice crack. And then we'll get right in here. I'm gonna pull out our grand design to make sure we can disarm some of these traps real fast. And I guess for now I'll just do a quick like lazy disarmament or whatever. Check out our first chest as well. We got a lizard power cell there. Excellent. I'm trying to think of if I want to take all this furniture now or later. I'll probably just leave it for now. We have quick access to it, so that won't be bad at all. Still very quiet in here because we are still close enough to our little town that we have. So that's kind of nice, not having a ton of enemies right at the start. But, oh wait, there they start coming there. There's a flying snake outside in the arena. It's actually not very bright in here. We have a few torches though. Maybe it's worth lighting it up a bit. Wow, is that a, what is that? Is that an amethyst or an amber? It's or topaz, yeah. Topaz, that's right. Amethyst is the purple one. I don't know what I was thinking. I'm not sure that I've seen a little, a gem naturally spawn in the temple before though. That's a bit interesting. Now I just need to not get hit by anything, because with our iron skin potion we are only up to 31 defense, so we will die very fast. But I think we do have the damage to kill guys, so that's all we really need, hopefully. I might also spend a little bit of time and take out some of these spikes. Man, it is definitely nice with this flask of ichor, because no matter what pickaxe we're using, since we still only have this palladium pickaxe, it still creates a lot of light for us, and we can see quite well with it, thanks to that flask. Take another chest out. Our tigers looks like it's scouting ahead for us and clearing the path. Very nice. Man, we are about to get such a massive pickaxe upgrade if we can beat the Golem. Because we're going to go from Palladium all the way to the pick saw. That's going to be pretty awesome, actually. So far, so good, really. But again, I haven't really taken damage from these guys. And I think that's the only reason why it's still going well for me here. Oh, man. Yeah, I just accidentally jump into the spikes there. It does 50 damage to us every time. So that's quite a lot just from those spikes. The Morning Star is actually super nice. Like, the knockback is so strong that even when the lizards transform into their second form, it can pretty much keep them at bay for the most part. That guy, luckily, jumped a little too high and didn't land on us. Our tiger now has decided he wants to go play upstairs. Oh, nice. Look, we got a goodie bag. Cool. Since it is nearing Halloween now. Uh-oh. Did I just hit a trap? Oh, I didn't notice there were spikes on the ground there. Wow. I always think it's funny when a pressure plate generates on top of a different trap, but it's a pressure plate for like a completely different trap. It's for these spiky balls up above. Oh, what the heck? I'm just sitting here trying to cut the trap wire, and then a angry trapper just pokes his head through the ceiling at us. This is a very interesting little formation right here. Luckily, there is passage through here, but I feel like it was pretty close to being closed off, actually. The inventory is already completely full, but that doesn't, the fact that we have half of it full of potions to start with doesn't really help that. Man, we got a really spiky hallway right here. Okay, I guess I'll just have to run through. Let me check for traps, disarm those real quick, and now I just have to whip all these lizards before they kill me. Nice, there's our first banner there, 50 lizards, or lizhards. I actually have no idea how it's supposed to be pronounced. Quite a few spikes here, along with more chests. I probably, before we do the fight here, I will have to remember to put a lot of these potions that I don't need in our void vault or something, because otherwise I'm gonna end up drinking way more potions than we need to. Uh-oh, we got Tim nearby. Oh, here he is, he jumped right in there. Nice. I don't know how many Tims we have actually encountered on this character, but it's probably a few now. I don't know if I've ever actually been flanked by one while trying to explore the lizard temple, though. We even got a life crystal in here, and it's sitting on top of some wooden spikes. Looks like we're getting pretty far down here, actually. There might be one more layer down below us, though, yet to get through. It's definitely a weird looking shape, though. Overall, there's like a weird corner down here. Usually it's kind of square on the bottom, but it doesn't look like this one is gonna be. It looks like this is the turn here. It's a very interesting room here, actually. I'm a bit weirded out. Oh my gosh, wait a second. Now I'm really weirded out. Oh, wow, there's no horizontal tunnel or pathway, whatever, hallway, that's what I'm trying to think of. Wow, it's lizard power cell from that guy. There's no horizontal tunnel that leads to the arena room. It's just like a little drop down into it. I have never seen that before. That's definitely way different than any lizard temples that I have actually seen. Fortunately, it looks like the room here is relatively large. Should be big enough to maneuver around in, so that's good. And wow, look at this. There are literally 2 traps in this entire room here. That's crazy. That's so weird. And we also have a bonus chest here. Let's clean this up here. And I guess we'll just take a few minutes here to smooth out the edges, remove all the spikes, and then I think this room should be more than adequate for fighting the Golem. It's definitely a little weirder, like the floor is way more uneven than most temples that I've seen. I guess this whole area of the temple, it must just be a giant solid like area filled with lizard bricks. That is so many lizard bricks right there. Looks like we got all the spikes taken out. That's good. Now, I do have wood on us, so we could just use that to smooth out the walls here. And I'm thinking that might be good enough. Although if we had something else, it might be fun to like use something that actually looked kind of cool. Like rich mahogany wood kind of looks pretty cool with the lizard bricks, I think. But unfortunately, we don't have anything else, so I'll probably just use this wood for now. You know, I never thought about this before, but a valid method for disarming traps might actually be just to hammer them until they're like facing the wall. That could be fun. Oh, you know, another thing I forgot about. We do have a banner, so I should probably hang that up in here. Time to block off the little weird entryway. And wow, I think that's our first hit from a flying snake. Only did 200 damage. That's basically nothing. Okay, I think I've just about got it here. Smoothed out all of the edges and corners so there's nothing to get caught on. Everything should be hammered so it slopes. We can just like dash over it smoothly, so it should minimize the amount of time that I spend trying to get unstuck from a corner. It looks like we got No-Eyed Willy here to visit us as we finish up here. Nothing too interesting from him, although, you know what we could do? I guess we may as well buy a few bone torches. We could replace our regular torches with these, and then they might look cooler. I always fight with regular torches because it's what I have, but may as well switch it up this time because we have No-Eyed Willy that came by. Of course, jungle torches would obviously be ideal because they will give us the torch luck, but I'm not too concerned about torch luck for simply fighting the golem. We're not grinding enemies and looking for special drops from there. We're basically just looking for the pick saw, and uh-oh, looks like I already put one over a piece of wire. I'll just leave that for now. That's kind of fun. There we go. Now we have a slightly more unique color for our arena here. We have a bunch of potions on hand, but like I said, let's put away the ones that we know we do not need to use, like this hunter potion. Water walking, that's not going to help us. Invisibility probably won't last very long because I'm pretty much guaranteed to start taking damage. We got plenty of lizard power cells ready to go. Let's just return these extra bone torches because I don't want to deal with them in the inventory right now. You know, the one thing that I don't have, I haven't put down a campfire yet. Oh man, I need to buy more bone torches for a campfire. Forgot about that. But yeah, a campfire, and then we could also possibly use a heart lantern if we brought one from base, because I forgot to bring one with us. We could use a potion of return. We have 7 of them on hand, but honestly, I don't know if it will make all that much difference. So I'm kind of leaning towards just taking the fight as we are right now and seeing how badly it goes. We don't have our Bewitched buff on, so let's do that. And I still don't know whether the sharpening station affects our whips. I'm pretty sure it does not, but just in case, we'll put that on. And with that, let's go ahead. Let's go for Life Force and the regen, and that will get us up to maximum 600 health pretty fast here. Looks like we actually have a bunch of money and a Philosopher's Stone sitting outside of the temple. We'll see if we can get to that later, but it's not that big of a deal. Gonna drink all the rest of the potions, and let's start it up. I'm gonna hit him with a Dendril to start off with, and then switch to our other whip, and let's see how much damage we have. One fist is already almost gone. That's a good sign. Still haven't got hit by the fireball yet, so that's also a good sign. The other fist is already dead. Nice. Okay, and I just took a hit from his laser, so that's not great. And I think I just got hit by the fireball. But we have the head off. Now I just have to keep dodging, and hopefully we got him. I almost hooked into those fireballs, but I think we're free. And oh my gosh, wow. That was crazy fast, dude. I had no idea that it would be that fast. I was not expecting it to be that fast. I thought it would be fast, but that was even more damage than I knew that we had. We're approaching 400 damage on our legendary Morningstar, so that might explain some of it. Let's just fight him a few more times because that went so well, and then we'll open up the bags and see what we get from there. I was oftentimes I'll try to get the pickaxe or get the pick saw as soon as possible, and then from there we can move the altar up to the surface where it's easier to fight. But because that went so well, I'm thinking we can just do it down here a few more times, seeing as it goes so fast. Of course, after saying that, I'll probably just die to this guy now. We are pretty low, but I still have the potion available, and yeah, we took him out there. Oh, nice. Look at that with the Golem trophy, too. One of the few bosses that we've gotten a trophy from. Maybe I will just wait a minute or two for our regen to get us back up to full health. And I may as well open these treasure bags now just to see. Look at that. It's light too? Oh my gosh. Alright, we got the Pixaw on the first bag. And not only did we get it, but we also got a light one. Okay, sweet. Well, with that, let's just take the altar, and I guess let's get out of here. Since we now have the Pixaw, we may as well go and grab this Philosopher's Stone that's down here. There we go. Nice little bonus here. I guess I'll grab a little bit of Chlorophyte too, because I don't think we actually have much, if any of it. And it is kind of cool to build with sometimes. So since it's right here, let's grab this. And now let's get back to base, and we can go ahead and put this altar at our actual little arena here, and then we can get some real golem grinding underway. Get the lizard altar. Oh no way, we actually got an eye of the golem too. I'm trying to think what all we actually need from the golem in terms of like the accessories or weapons. There aren't any, actually, I could be wrong. I don't think there are any summoned weapons that we can get from the golem, although I might be making a fool out of myself. But there are definitely going to be some accessories that we will probably want to try to look into getting. And wow, so far I think I've taken a lot more damage out here than I did down in the underground arena. That's kind of embarrassing. Let's see if we can do this without dying. Take him down here. The dash from the ninja gear is so nice, especially against bosses like the Golem specifically. It seems like one of the bosses which the dash makes the most difference for. We got him down for the third time, and honestly, I don't know how many times we actually need to fight him. We already got an Eye of the Golem. If we get a Sunstone, I know that will be something that we want to try to find. And then after that we might actually have everything that we need. Get the whip damage in. I let him jump on us again. Okay, I'm actually going to drink a potion here. And that does not put us out of danger, that's for sure. So I'm still going to have to be very careful with this fight, because I've kind of botched the beginning part. I might die here. That would not be nice. Oh my gosh. I think I dashed straight into a fight. Oh, was it a blue slime? Oh my gosh, no. Wow, we dropped a platinum and a half too. Oh my gosh, that's so sad. It was a blue slime that I think I dashed into, and because we don't have a shield on, oh man, that's pretty sad. Gotta update the death counter here. Whoopsies. Yeah, that blue slime totally messed up my dash there. I'll blame it on him. Somebody got torn in half by I-beam. Yeah, and then I didn't do a good job of dodging the laser after that. We did get all of our money back though, so that's good. And let's just put it in here actually. You know what? Since we don't have our potions on anymore, I don't really want to waste a whole nother round fighting the golem here. But maybe we could try to fight the golem once without any of the potions, although we still have the flask, so that's something. And just see if we can do it. We should definitely be able to. I just totally failed that last fight. Let's see if we can actually take this guy out one more time here. And then I think we might just be able to call it good on the golem. I guess maybe we can open up the treasure bags that we have and see if we have a sunstone or not. And if we do, then we're definitely good on the golem. If not, maybe we'll consider doing a few more fights here. All right, his head is about to pop off here. I'm at a half health, which is not great. Okay, now I'm a lot lower than half health. Drink the potion here. I hit another dang bunny slime. Ah! Maybe it's because the slimes have bunny costumes and I'm not seeing them. That's the problem here. And I just went right through him. I think that was a Master Ninja Gear completely saving my life. Oh my gosh. No. I totally did not see those last two fireballs there and flew right into them. At least we did kill the golem that time, so that's good. Still not ideal. Yeah, those bunny slimes just running way too much interference there. Let's get back to our base, and let's put away all of the extra stuff that we have now. Get all of this stuff into storage. See if we do need to fight the golem anymore, or if we're good to just move on from there. Add some new chests to our chest collection there. I think what I'm gonna do is stash all of our combat potions right here in our dresser below the throne. Yeah, it does look like that is the first chlorophyte that we've gotten. Wait, actually it has to be the first chlorophyte because we just got the pick saw. I totally forgot about that. Yeah, we just had the palladium pickaxe, so we couldn't have even mined chlorophyte before. We get to retire this palladium pickaxe, which we have been using for probably like over half of the series, honestly. Okay, I think we've got the inventory sorted out once again here. We have another trophy, relic, actually trophy to go with the relic. Nice. And we can go ahead and put that up on our relic case. Excellent, there's our golem there. And I guess we can put our golem trophy down in the trophy area too. So we did kill a total of 4 of them, and we opened up 1 treasure bag already. Let's see what we get out of the others. But actually, before we do that, let's run over to the angler, and oh my gosh, I forgot that the traveling merchant was here too. I'm so bad at remembering this guy. Gosh dang. He's got the paint sprayer and the lifeform analyzer, as well as a stopwatch. So actually, kind of a lot of valuable stuff there, but nothing that we don't already have. So not too big of a deal there. Let's check with Billy about the quest fish. Oh, okay, the mutant flinksfin underground tundra. Let's see if we can actually get that anymore, because I think we still might have a bit of a problem with the hallow approaching down here. Here, I'm pretty sure this is well into the underground, although it actually might be close to on the line now that I look at it. I guess it's definitely underground, but it's on the edge of becoming the cavern layer. I think that's what it is. Should be definitely low enough for the mutant flinksfin, and luckily it looks like it is not hallowed here. So I think we'll be all good to go to catch this. Lines breaking all the time still. Oh man. And there we go. Okay. On our 9th fish that we reeled in, we managed to get it. Let's see what we get here. Are we gonna get anything good? Oh, another bottomless water bucket. That is good, but not what I wanted. So yeah, that's our 2nd bottomless water bucket. We already have a sponge, so don't actually really need much more of that. So now let's see what we get in our treasure bags here. We got a possessed hatchet, a weak one. Nothing special there. Another pigsaw, okay. And a stinger, so that's not useful. And another possessed hatchet. Okay, so no, we do not have a sunstone. Wow, and look at all the lanterns coming out. How beautiful. So no sunstone, unfortunately. So that would definitely be a reason to keep fighting the golem. But on the other hand, I don't know if we would actually be able to use the sunstone, like obviously to make the celestial shell or whatever it's called. But I don't know if we have any accessories that I would really want to switch out for that right now. Let's call that good on the golem farming for right now. Stash our angry eye of the golem. Actually, you know what? I'm just going to remind myself of what all we can use that for. Oh, it's literally just the destroyer emblem, actually. And of course, I think you use this to make like the sniper scope, and that might be it, honestly. I can't remember for sure. But seeing as that's all it is, with the crit chance, it's really not that useful for us anyway. So we might actually just not need to use that at all. We got the temple completely cleared out, and we managed to not die in the temple, but then died twice after I got out of it, hilariously. So I'm really happy with that. I think maybe to wrap up today's episode, maybe we should try to do a little bit of building. We don't have enough space here to show off all of the summon weapons. So that's probably the thing that we want to build, is a larger display case where we can better show off all the summon weapons and maybe organize them in a cooler way as well. I'm once again gonna get distracted by the herbs over here. We got a full moon, so the deathweed is blooming. I'm actually thinking of a slightly different direction that we could take as well. Speaking of showing off our summon weapons, reminded me of it. We never did get a firecracker, which is the whip from the Wall of Flesh. So that's another thing that we could do, is we could just kind of for fun try to take on the Wall of Flesh a few more times and see if we can actually get that whip. Because I eventually definitely want to get it so that we can show it off with all summon weapons. And I suppose it might be worth pursuing that right now, because we may as well. My only question though is how many guide voodoo dolls we have, and I'm not even sure that we have any sitting around. So that might make it a little bit more tricky, and if that's the case, which, oh no, we actually, here we go, we got 3 in here. That's something actually, so maybe we could do that. Just kill the Wall of Flesh a time or two for fun here. See if we can't get ourselves that firecracker, and then we can also, while we're down in the underworld, speaking of this, let's head down here. Let's talk to the Tavern Keep about these upgraded armor sets. Okay, so yes, the shop is completely filled out. Wow, it's 100 defender medals for the top tier staves, and I am now realizing that I did not take this into account when saving up our defender medals. So we have 140 or 114. The defender's forge would be 75, although that's not a necessity. The top tier armor sets are 75 medals each, so it'd be 225, I believe 225 medals for a full set of this top tier armor, which actually isn't too terrible. So that would still leave us with 189, I think. So actually, that still is enough to do a top tier staff here, as well as a defender's forge. So it looks like I'm still good to go. That's good. Let's maybe decide on which one of these staffs we want to go for. I'm kind of leaning towards the Flame Burst staff, because we did start with that one, and then we did the tier 2 Ballistic Cane, and I kind of want to go back to it. There we go. Replace our Ballistic Cane with that. Let's keep this so that we can have it for our collection, and oh my gosh, we got a Fire Imp completely disrupting our little conversation with the Tavern Keep here. Now, oh gosh. Oh, I let a bat into the house. Wow, he dropped a Magma Stone too. That's funny. Okay, I guess we'll get a bonus Magma Stone real quick here. Alright, back to shopping. We have 4 different armor sets to choose from. We have the Valhalla, which gives I think the most defense by far, and it increases life regen by a whole bunch. And then we have the Dark Artists, which gives you minion damage as well as magic crit chance. It looks like it's a minion plus magic set. We have the Red Riding, which is minion plus extra sentries, maybe. Oh, and it's a chance not to consume ammo. Okay, it's ranged that this set benefits. And then we have the Shinobi, which increases melee. It looks like the Valhalla is going to be the one that we might end up leaning towards, because we don't need the melee, ranged, or magic bonuses from the other sets. Oh, wait a second, actually. No, the Valhalla set does give melee bonuses, doesn't it? Melee damage increase, as well as minion. Uh-oh, we got another Fire Imp. Take that guy out. Yeah, okay, I just didn't read it carefully enough, but yeah, the Greaves also increase melee abilities, magic abilities from the Dark Artists, ranged from the Red Riding, and then the Shinobi has melee as well. So I guess no matter how we look at it, we're gonna end up with some extra stats from one of the other classes if we do choose to use one of these armor sets, and it might still be worth it. It seems like all of the armor sets increase minion damage specifically, so it would kind of detract from our whip abilities that we have now with the obsidian armor and these glove accessories. So we might end up switching towards a more minion focused loadout if we go with one of these. I'm really not sure right now if we do want to do that or not, so I'm just going to wait on that. But we have the defender medals at the ready in case we do want to do that later. For now, let's head down here, let's clear out all these enemies, and let's see if we can fight the Wall of Flesh once or twice here. I just realized I don't have my tiger, so that's not good. Let's fix that here. We also have an epic flame burst rod now that we can summon to help us with these enemies. And let's just fight the wall of flesh here, since I'm sure it's well into daytime now. I just sat there staring at the Tavern Keep's shop for like 10 minutes probably. Toss a voodoo doll in here. I'm not expecting this to be hard at all, so hopefully we don't screw this up and die to him. That would be pretty funny. We got a bunch of whip damage, and he's gone. Okay, there we go. Nice, yeah, I have a feeling that it's going to be mostly waiting for the guide to respawn. And as soon as he's back, then we can go ahead and, oh, speaking of, toss another voodoo doll in and kill this wall of flesh one more time. Give me that firecracker, man. And he's out of here. Man, the pick saw is super nice. I didn't really realize how slow our mining was for how far we had progressed in the game, but it was pretty slow. Sadly, another Clockwork Assault Rifle. Lame. Let's see if we can do one more wall of flesh and then head back to base. Maybe we can reforge this Flame Burst staff, and then we might be getting close to wrapping up this episode, actually. I wanted to get to some building to maybe set up a display case for our summon weapons or something, but it might be better if I do that between episodes, and then at the beginning of next time, I will have something to show off. Okay, there we go. Cody, the final guide here. Alright, there we go. Third wall of flesh there. Another goat skull, okay. And with that guy down, oh, look at that. We got a hot dog. Check that out. Nice. With that last wall of flesh, let's get back to base and open up the treasure bag. And it's a breaker blade. Okay. Wow. It's actually super fast, too, with our glove loadout. That's hilarious. Still no firecracker, unfortunately. Maybe that's another thing between episodes. I can grind out some more guide voodoo dolls. Also, I'm just wondering now, do we have the princess? No. Why don't... Oh, I know what we need to do. We do not have the truffle because we have not built any surface mushroom biomes. So that's what we need to do. I think if we get the truffle, then that's the last NPC besides the princess, actually. So that's another thing we could definitely do next episode there. So that's actually cool. I'm kind of excited about that too. And that would be a really fun building project as well. Try to make a fun little mushroom biome. And then after that, we can get the princess to move in, hopefully. Let's call this good for today's progress. And then next episode, we'll definitely get into some more building because I'm lacking in it today. Maybe some mushroom action and maybe some item and weapon display action. And other than that, we're getting pretty close to going for the final events here. Its next boss up, I think, is the Lunatic Cultist. But we probably have a few things we can do before we try to take that guy on. One last thing before we end, I forgot that we were going to reforge our ballista staff here. I mean flame burst staff. Let's see, 20 gold to reforge, so it's not the cheapest thing. We got an intense one, which isn't too terrible actually. But I think we can do better. Nimble is not actually better. Ruthless. That might be worth keeping, actually. It's probably good enough for sure. And then we'll be good to use that on other wave events and, I don't know, whatever we end up fighting in the future. So let's call that good for now. I'm happy with today's progress here. The song of the episode today is going to be Never Back Down by Jeremiah Kane. I will link that one down below, so be sure to check it out if you would like to. Check out the Discord if you're interested. There is also a link down below. And other than that, I thank you guys a whole bunch for watching, and I hope you have an outstanding rest of your day.